Alright guys, how's it going? It's Friday the 3rd of August 2018 and you're watching Koptalk.tv. Alright. This is a video only about the Koptalk podcast. Alright, I'm telling you the schedule for the forthcoming 2018-19 season. Now, every Monday there will be a Koptalk podcast episode made available via iTunes. If you've got the Pocket Cast app, it'll come up on there. If you go to koptalkpodcast.com, you can download it or stream it from there every Monday, because that gives us a chance to look at what's happened over the weekend, and then we can also touch on other things, but we can definitely, we've definitely got some content that we can discuss usually from the weekend. All right, so that's available to everybody. It's free, no problemo. All right, so iTunes, Pocket Cast app, koptalkpodcast.com, whatever, every Monday. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, I'm going to be recording what's called the extra time episodes for people that support the podcast, yeah? And they will be available only via koptalkpodcast.com, via that website, yeah? And I think it works out about the cost of a pint a month, right? So I mean, it's $3 or $4 or something like that. Yeah, not that I'm drinking pints these days. I have vodka and Diet Coke because I'm on a lifestyle change. You know what I mean? I don't go out very often, guys. Anyway, to be honest, not anymore. So yeah, that in the extra time episodes, obviously you're going to be 4 of them a week now. That's the schedule. Yeah, so I think that's pretty good. So you should be getting around 16 episodes a month. For get me a pint. You know what I'm saying? A drink, like, you know what I'm saying. If you can't get your pal a drink, there's something fucking wrong, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? And the more of you that support the extra time episodes, then that enables me to justify doing the Koptalk podcast altogether. Because if I'm completely honest with you guys, the podcasts, whichever one you want to look at, the normal one or the extra time, it takes up a lot of my time, and there is no reward in it for me. Trust me, at the moment. I'm not really bothered about making zillions or anything. I just want to cover my time. Does that make sense? It's fair, isn't it? You know, and some of the Koptalk, that's what I'm doing, my phone going in. Some of the Koptalk podcasts, like the Monday one, for example, they're usually like an hour long. Sometimes I've even done 2 hour long ones, sometimes. So basically, the podcast takes me away from my other work where I could be earning some wedge. So I don't mind doing it. I enjoy doing it. I just appreciate when people support me, because the main podcast is fucking very popular. Thousands and thousands and thousands of downloads, no exaggeration. But I want to give something back more to the people that support me. That means more to me than anything. Do you know what I mean? And so the extra time subscribers will be benefiting from this, because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be doing an episode for them. At the end of every day, I'm going to be doing it between like 4, 5, 6, because that enables me to review the whole day's news. We can just discuss all the talking points for the day, etc., etc. So I think that works out pretty well. All right. So whether you want to support the podcast or not, there's the free episode on the Monday. All right. All the information is available at koptalkpodcast.com, www.koptalkpodcast.com. There is a Twitter account at Koptalk Podcast, which is good to follow if you're into the podcast, because obviously you'll then be notified the minute that a new episode is made available. And it's also facebook.com/Koptalk Podcast, the same principle. It enables me to update you as to when they go live. I think the podcast is actually one of the longest things I've ever done, to be honest. I mean, I was doing that easy 15 years ago, I'm sure. Definitely 13, 14 years ago. But I've struggled in the past to maintain it, to keep it going, because it takes up so much time. And like I say, I've got to pay the bills. It's as simple as that, you know what I mean? And I've got to justify my time on it. So I'm going to give it a push. I've had a discussion about it today. I've put the schedule out for the forthcoming season, and I'm going to give it the season. And if I don't feel that the podcast is supported enough at the end of the season, then I'm going to do away with all of the podcasts. Simple as that. The free one and the extra time episodes, because I could be focusing more time on my videos and stuff like that. Does that make sense, guys? Pretty fair, I think. I'll review it around December, January time, mid-season period, and if it hasn't really gained any interest or anything in terms of extra time subscribers, people supporting it, then we might go then. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather do it for the full season, to be honest. I really like doing the the podcasts. I like doing the one with all the emails. It's great because I get to interact with people on a more, direct and personal level. It's really good. Like on YouTube, you get the comments, maybe a couple of lines, but with the emails, you tend to get 3-4 paragraphs of people expressing how they feel about the club and things like that. So it's good. So basically, support it, and I'll continue doing it. Yeah, which I think is pretty fair. So Koptalkpodcast.com. If you subscribe to the Extra Time episodes on there, will be good to go for next week. All right. So starting this Monday will be the full length. The long one, hopefully, if we've got the emails, email podcast@koptalk.com. They're all read out about, LFC matters. That will be available on Monday. And then all the Extra Time episodes will start from Tuesday next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right? So support me and I'll continue to do it. It's fair, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If you don't want it, there's no point in wasting my time with it. But the numbers on the free one, it's immense. Tens of thousands of downloads. So I know it's popular and people tell me they like it. So yeah, there you go. Alright guys, so I love you and leave you. The link is in the video description below. Alright.